Welcome to the new episode. In this part, we will prepare the new game scene. Let's start the tutorial. Rename the previous scene to Menu, then right-click in the Scenes folder, select Create Scene, and name the new scene New Game. Double-click the new scene to open it, and don't forget to save the previous scene completely. As you can see, the new scene is completely empty. The first thing we need to do, just like in the previous scene, is to create a new image. Rename the new image to Background. Now apply the same settings to the canvas as before. Follow along with me. After setting up the canvas, increase the size of the background image to match the size of the scene. Right-click on the background, create a new image as a child of the background, and name it Upbox. Increase its size and position it at the top of the scene. In the image source section, assign Untitled 6 and change its color to the one you want. Create a new image on the Upbox, name it Avatar, and position it on the left side of the image. Adjust its size and assign the circle image to it. Duplicate the avatar image and make it a child of the avatar. Then rename it to Icon, assign an icon image to it, and make the icon slightly smaller. After positioning the image in the center of the Upbox, right-click on the avatar and create a Text Mesh Pro object. Assign it a value. This will represent the player's name or refer to the player. I will set it to you. Follow along with me and apply the same settings I'm doing. Most of the steps are repetitive and we did them in the previous section, so just follow along. After creating and setting up the username text, duplicate it. This new text will be used to store the number of questions the player answers correctly. Now that the avatar section is complete, duplicate it, move it to the right side, and position the text exactly where we want them. I will set the text value on the right side to master. This section will store the number of questions answered incorrectly. For every question the player answers wrong, 1 point will be added to the master's score. After updating the master image, let's move on to setting up the timer for each question. If the time runs out, 1 point will be added to the master's score. Follow along with me and perform the same steps I'm doing. After creating the timer section, it's now time to set up the question display. Follow along with me. In this large box, the questions will be displayed to the player. Another thing we need is a visual timer for this section. This timer will just be an image that shows the remaining time for each question as a bar that shortens every second. After positioning the image and changing its color, set the image type to filled and the fill method to horizontal. Now, when you adjust the fill amount, you'll see the bar increase or decrease accordingly. Now let's create a text that will display our questions. Follow along with me and apply the same settings for the text. As you can see, the top box and the question display are now fully set up. Now let's move on to creating the buttons where the answer options will be displayed. Follow along with me and apply the same settings I'm doing. After creating the first button, duplicate the others, rename each one, and arrange them neatly one below the other. As you can see, the new game scene is now fully ready. In the next part, we will create the end game scene together, which will show whether the player has won, tied, or lost. If you've enjoyed the tutorial so far and have any questions or issues, feel free to ask in the comments. We'd be happy if you subscribe to the channel and like the video. Stay with us for the next part.